new car in 1944 would have set you back about $1,500. But if you step into this building in Boise's North End, it will set you back a couple of generations.
This might look kind of beat up and old and shabby to you, but it took a lot of work to even get it looking like this, you know?
It's Paul Ashley's AAA sign company building that, up to recently, was a dead ringer for a sign of days gone by.
This buildings is one of the first things I noticed when I moved here a few years back, like an old sign making building. Like, where do you ever see that? Nowhere, you know?
Brian McCarthy is a longtime artist, but his time as a sign maker can be measured in months.
And it blows my mind that I'm in here right now working.
Paul Ashley handmade signs for local Boise businesses for decades, one of the last to do so while vinyl signs were taking over, working out of this shop until he retired in 1989.
He sat there at that bench, right at that art table right there. I saw him do many, many paintings and drawings and stuff.
Alan Howman is Ashley's grandson. He remembers his grandfather as a self-made man who did everything himself, right down to the sidewalk out front.
Yeah, he did. If he wasn't done right, by God, I'll do it myself. And it's still there.
From his retirement to his death in 2001, Paul Ashley's building was just taking up space.
I went to Boise High School, and I actually knew Paul Ashley when I was in high school.
Justinian Morton does historical restoration.
You know, all these old Boise institutions, there's almost nothing left.
And his connection to his craft and this building brought him to revive it 4 years ago.
I had to scrape every inch of this building, and it was all just, you know, up in curls.
So while Justinian returned the storefront to its former glory, Mike Miller wanted what was inside.
So it was like number 3 on the junk hoard list.
It was months of sorting through old signs and just junk. But as of the 1st of June, AAA Sign Company has been open for business in 6 different decades.
I'll be in here working, and then someone will pop their head in the door like, "Oh, you guys are still open? Like, I grew up around here, and this place has been making signs since I was a little kid."
Just another example of North End nostalgia, making what is old,
We're calling it a resurgence.
new again.
My obvious answer to that is, of course. You know, that's what this is all about.
Brian Holmes,
As far as I'm concerned, it's never been away.
Idaho's News Channel 7.